Okay, hello, you're listening to Cathal Irwin of advsafety.com. Today we're going to review another work boot. It's the FTG Alliance boot. Again, this is an Italian boot. I suppose you might like to say that we like Italian boots, and we do, and we like a lot of boots from made here in Europe because we believe the quality of European manufacturer is second to none. Okay, so the FTG Alliance boot, we've been selling this for approximately the last year. It is an S3 boot, very lightweight boot. It has a steel toe cap, which doesn't affect the overall weight of the boot because it is a very light boot, I have to say. A little bit heavier than the last boot we reviewed, the Giasco boot. It's got a Kevlar mid plate. It's got basically 120 degree sole. So this is basically a good boot for people working in construction, but it hasn't got a waterproof membrane. So it's theoretically not a boot for someone who's working out in the wet. This boot, it has a steel toe cap, a Kevlar mid plate. It doesn't have a waterproof membrane. It just has an ordinary nylon liner inside. It is made of a very high quality leather, so it's a very soft, smooth leather. It's not like a cheaper, it's almost laminated, black laminate leather. Very flexible sole. Very good grip on the sole as well, as you can see. Very good grip, very soft sole. This boot also has one major thing it has a scuff cap. You can see it there probably better from the side. And the whole point of a scuff cap is for people who are working on their knees. I'll maybe demonstrate it here on the box. People who are working on their knees, and let's say their foot is in that position a lot of the day, or maybe in that position. So basically the scuff cap protects wear on the toes of the boot. So often you might see in some boots that you can see the steel toe cap coming through the boot. Not in this boot. That will protect you for the life of the boot. Now, we've been selling this boot to a construction company, a very large construction company, for the last 12 months. They've really liked it. They found it very hard wearing, very, very comfortable, but they would like to see a waterproof membrane in it, but unfortunately it doesn't have it. So I'll just take out the insole. Not a bad insole. It's a foam insole. It's okay. It offers a bit of support and a bit of cushioning also. Who do I think this boot is suitable for? This boot is ideally suited for tradesmen, people, indoor workers. So tradesmen, you take it your plumber, your carpenter, your electrician, people who are indoors, who are working on their knees in this type of position or this type of position, okay, and maybe have to do a lot of crawling. It's ideally suited to, let's say, someone working indoors, maybe a warehouse, because it's very comfortable, a very soft sole, very pliable sole. So if you do a lot of walking, it should be very comfortable. So this primarily is a very hard wearing boot, but it's not an outdoor, it is waterproof, water resistant, but it's not waterproof. Water resistant means is, let's say, if you get a shower of rain, the water will run off it. But if you're standing in the rain all day, the water will get through it. So, you know, after maybe 20 minutes standing in the rain, the water will start to enter the boot. So it is water resistant, but not waterproof. So if you think maybe like truck drivers, people who are hopping in and out of steps, climbing ladders, you get a lot of wear in this type of area, this boot is ideally suited. Ideally very good for, as I said, for truck drivers because it's so flexible about this point. It's a very light boot, and it's what I would call as well a low ankle boot. So, you know, again, for truck drivers where, you know, you don't want too much, you don't want to feel very clamped in around this position. You need a bit of give. You want a low ankle on it, but you still want the protection of the ankle, and that's what this offers. Okay, so the positives and the negatives of this boot. Okay, we'll talk about the positives as always. It's a reasonably priced boot, very hard wearing boot, so you get good longevity out of it. It has made of a very good quality leather. It's very smooth leather, so you get good. You know, if you sweat, if sweat is an issue for you, you should get good escape sweat from this type of leather. Very soft sole, good grip on the sole. You have the scuff cap for people who are working on their knees and things like that. You have a low ankle, maybe for people who are drivers, things like that. It's quite soft, so for someone who walks a lot indoors, you'll, you shouldn't get extra fatigue because of it. Small little thing, but I like it. It has a piece of reflective tape here on the heel. So again, you know, for at night, it might be the difference between you being spotted and not being spotted. When I think about negatives, well, ideally, I think it would be a great boot if it had a higher ankle, if it was a waterproof, if there was another boot in the range that was waterproof, at a higher ankle, so it could be more suited towards construction. Because this, as I said, we've been selling this boot to a construction company for the last year, an outdoor construction company, and they've loved it and they have got really good wear out of it. Possibly the design could be a little bit modernised, a little bit better, you know, to give it maybe a little bit more of a, I suppose, a new look appeal. But I don't have too many negatives, I have to say, on the boot, but I suppose the main ones is maybe if they wanted to lighten it, put a composite toe cap into it, but again, that will affect the price point of the boot. Another thing here is they have a little bit of reflective tape on the eyelets for the lacers, so again, just nice little features. But what I like about it is, again, I'm a big fan of it here, is it's made in Europe, and it's I suppose European jobs, but it's a quality product. So you're listening to Cathal Irwin of advsafety.com, and today we reviewed the FTG Alliance S3 waterproof boot. I suppose if you have a review of this product or you'd like to make a comment on it, please post it on our Facebook page on the link below, because we'd love to hear your comments, positive or negative, and the negative are equally as important to us as the positive, because again, it's your comments that make our business. So if you have any comments, please post it. Or if you'd like us to give you some additional information on this boot, please comment again on our Facebook page and we'll do our best to answer your questions. Again, this is Cathal from advsafety.com. Thanks for listening.